Got this, Allie. How are you? Oh.
I came by today to see you. Oh, I had to let you know. If I knew the last time that I held you was the last time I'd have held you and never let go. Oh, what's kept me awake nights wondering. I lie in the dark just asking why. I've always been told you won't be called home until it's your time. I guess heaven was needing a hero, somebody just like you, brave enough to stand up for what you believe and follow it through. When I try to make it make sense in my mind, the only conclusion I come to is heaven was needing a hero like you. I remember the last time I saw you. You held your head up proud. I laughed inside when I saw how you were standing out in the crowd. You're such a part of who I am. Now that part will just be void. No matter how much I need you now, heaven needed you more. 'Cause heaven was needing a hero, somebody just like you, brave enough to stand up for what you believe and follow it through. When I try to make it make sense in my mind, the only conclusion I come to is heaven was needing a hero like you. Yes, heaven was needing a hero
Thank you, baby. Yes, I do. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Feels so fine. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I close my eyes at night, wondering where would I be without you in my life. Everything I did just a bore. Everywhere I went, seems I've been there before. You're brighten up for me all of my days. The love's so sweet, so many ways. I wanna stop. Thank you, baby. I just wanna stop. Thank you, baby. Oh, yeah. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Just like sugar sometimes. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Whoa, yeah. You were better to me than I was to myself. Be there's you, and there ain't nobody else. I wanna stop. Thank you, baby. I just wanna stop. Thank you, baby. Oh, yes. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Oh, now, how sweet it is to be loved by you. It's like jelly, baby. Oh, now, how sweet it is to be loved by you. Just like honey to the bee, baby. Yeah, now, how sweet it is to be loved by you.
Don't know why God always takes the good ones first. And man, I've tried to be strong and carry on, but damn, this hurts. And I just wish that I could talk to you again somehow, some way. Even if it's for a moment, so I can hear you say, don't cry for me, I'm alright. I'm better than you know. And this life can be short and right. So don't waste it on sorrow. And just hold on to those moments and the memories we shared. We're both headed for the same place anyway. I just beat you there. I know they say just give it a little time, you'll be okay. That might be true. It don't really help me today. And we ain't supposed to question the man upstairs, but there's just so much I don't understand. It just don't seem fair. Don't cry for me, I'm alright. I'm better than you know. In this life just beat you there. And as each day goes by, I get a little bit stronger, but that don't stop me from wishing you were here a little bit longer. When I think of you, like I know you'd want me to, and I know you're watching over me in everything I do, and all those things I never got to say, well, I'll send them with this prayer. Then look up, wipe my tears and raise my beer. And I'll see you there. And I'll see you there.
Was that he helped us build a foundation around a theater ministry as well as a music ministry that is beyond, and added handbells. So if you spread that out, that's a lot for one person to do. And we're so indeed grateful that we can have this time as well to celebrate some of his impact on us as a church through the offering of our musicals as well as the handbell music that we get to share. So I want to highlight for you before we do that, though, that I didn't take an offering earlier. You're welcome. But if you feel compelled, there's a QR code in your bulletin. And what we're doing here at Pollard is we want to honor Arnold and Judy both. And we want to do that by doing some renovation to our theater itself, and to name it the Arnold and Judy Sherman Theater at some point too. Judy tried to object to that, but she was overruled. But the contributions that you make to our church's memorial gifts, if they're designated for Arnold Sherman, they'll be directed to that project, and overflow will go to our music ministries and handbell ministries wherever needed. But if you want to give to our church and contribute in that way as a memorial gift, you can use that QR code to do so. Now, having said that, how many of you here were probably involved at some point, like I was, in a church musical at Pollard? Yeah, he got you too. I don't know. What does this mean? in our experiences today, we're going to share some of those musicals that we got to be a part of, and different people will sing and offer some meaning to that. And with each one, there will be a lot of memories that were shared. So I'm going to invite first Catherine to come, and she leads the way for us. She was the one who got recruited to help with The Wizard of Oz, along other things.
Arnold was more than a mentor and musical director. He was a cherished friend who shaped my life in many ways. He saw potential in me that I didn't always see myself. And like for many, he had his persistent encouragement to try out for musicals, join the choir, and even ring in the handbells where he had to color code my music. Because still to this day, I can't read music very well. But he was there for all the big moments in my life. My first solo that he encouraged me and helped pick out the song for high school graduation, because I was best friends with his daughter. Weddings and funerals. So many memories as youth were made very special because of his involvement, whether it was those cross-country trips you already heard about, or unforgettable times at church camp. Choir camp was a lot of fun. Arnold's support and love were constants throughout my life, making every rehearsal and performance an adventure, especially when as adults we spent more time laughing and reminiscing back in the choir room than actually rehearsing whatever solo I was there to kind of review with him. What made Arnold so special though was his boundless creativity and unwavering dedication. He turned ordinary moments into extraordinary memories and was always there with a hug when needed. A decorated musician and loving mentor, Arnold's impact was profound and lasting. As I sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow from the 1988 musical he directed me in here at Collard, I honor the incredible joy and inspiration he brought into my life. Arnold, your legacy lives on in the music and memories you left us.
can see a talent and he can pull it out of you and he can get you involved and believing in yourself. Catherine was one that you couldn't get to be quiet, so I wasn't too surprised when I saw her willing to do something like this. But then along comes her sister Karen, the quiet one. And Karen was also the one that Arnold recruited and asked to be a part of a musical called Annie. So I want to invite Karen to come and share her talent as well.
There'll be
a little bit about her story. Sarah is one of those that was also a little reserved at times, but yet brought into this experience with Arnold. And then she started to move on to her own life, and she took a job at Brookshires as a cashier, where she's just trying to make an honest dollar, right? And lo and behold, coincidence as it was, she's in the checkout line, and someone named Arnold Sherman appears with one or two items that happens to be in her line at the checkout. Although there were other lines, he waited patiently in her line until he got up to her. And then he worked into the greetings and the hello and how are yous, but then he slipped it in finally and he said, you know, Sarah, I think you would be great as Cinderella in our next church musical. And he got that little moment with her where he convinced her that she could do this. And so she did. And when we talked about doing this concert and inviting her to do this for us, there was some hesitation. She told me a while ago even, she said, you know, I haven't sung a lot since then, and I probably wouldn't, except it's Arnold. And when Arnold asks you to do something, you do it. Thank you.
The song I'm doing requires a chair, so forgive me for getting a chair ready.
Poor girl.
This is where Arnold would say, if you got him smoking, a few minutes, we'll be okay.
I'm
And so the tour continues with Arnold Sherman recruiting, finding hidden talents, and bringing them to the stage. It was a process maybe where he knew one person who knew another person, but yet he found a young lady named Berri Harris who had a pretty good little voice. And of course you witnessed today how far she's come with that. But he saw it in its beginning, and he recruited and encouraged her to share that talent with the rest of us, and we're grateful for it.
Let's pretend we're riding on a kite. Let's imagine we're flying through the air. We'll ascend until we're out
fellowship hall with a makeshift light rack and equipment, and it evolved and it became something more. A theater board was put together. People behind the scenes doing costumes, building sets, painting, and doing all the props and details for these shows. And Arnold continued to lead in ways that would take us to the next level. It was a challenge when he witnessed a chance to take on the task of creating the musical Cotton Patch Gospel, and he would bravely take on 4 different men. Yeah. And shared with us yet another wonderful experience. Jerry, would you share a few words?
Yes, I can.
Hang on here.
As we're getting set up here,
Yeah, there you are.
hello,
Hello.
out there, hello. Good afternoon. Before we get going with Cotton Patch, I'd like to say a big thank you to Jay Olson. Jay put this together. Cotton Patch. And as most of you know, these things don't just happen. Somebody has to work at it. I want to go off script. Just 1 second here. There's one thing about Arnold that hasn't been mentioned at all. Kind of a deep secret here. He was a great softball coach. Where's Billy Purdue? Okay, he was a great coach, and a lot of us got involved in softball through Arnold and Sherman too. We won 2 city championships. Okay. Okay, back to the script. Cotton Patch was one of Arnold's favorite shows. Cotton Patch, if you don't know, is the retelling of the gospel with a distinct Southern interpretation. Think Georgia. Harry Chapin wrote the music and the lyrics. Harry Chapin was from New York City and never saw this work performed. He perished in an auto accident in July of 1981. This show was presented off-Broadway in October of that year. Those of my generation, most of us, remember Harry Chapin's songs Taxi, Cats in the Cradle, and others. Arnold was drawn to a very distinct feature of Cotton Patch. That is, the bluegrass band performed on stage rather than being hidden in an orchestra pit. Well, he found some talented musicians. Okay. He did. He found some talented musicians. Arnold took musical risks. We performed this show in 2016. Arnold believed in his cast, he believed in his crews, and he believed in the musicians. From Rodgers and Hammerstein to Gilbert and Sullivan to Andrew Lloyd Webber to Stephen Schwartz to Harry Chapin. Ladies and gentlemen, we present a short medley from Cotton Patch Gospel.
When I look up, what should I see? It should be a rainbow on the far horizon, stretching towards eternity.
in Cotton Patch Gospel. Of course, they were all kind of Southern style, and there was actually one song about baseball, and I think that might be why Arnold picked this music. The song was called Spitball. Spitball, me Lord, long way to lie. Won't you strike out the devil? I'll strike out with my ride. I'm gonna bring a fire call out. All up here is right. So spitball, me Lord. Spitball, me Lord. Oh, spitball, me Lord. Long way to lie. Spitball's not in the hymn. It's just a matter of time, probably. You know, as we continue to think about this gift of Arnold Sherman and the way that he could lead and recruit and bring people into their talents and experience before others, we on the other side have to recognize the ways that the theater audiences oftentimes was another art of ministry that was taking place. It was a chance in which people from our community were finding out where Pollard Methodist Church is. It was a way in which they were experiencing some of the gifts and talents, and I had people oftentimes who would speak to me about that. And I remember one time we were helping give people a ride back and forth to their cars before and after the show. And on the way out the door to the golf cart, to their vehicle, someone said to me, "I didn't know churches did stuff like this." And that really helped me to understand that with Arnold, it was a ministry to the people who were recruited and a part of a team to put together the work that could be that experience that hits the stage, but also for those in the audience that were blessed by the talent and the message perhaps also. One of the achieving accomplishments that Arnold shared was the chance to direct Jesus Christ Superstar here at Pollard. It was something that he took to heart. He mentioned that he'd been wanting to do it for a long time.
And he did it with such an excellence as his last production with us. And we are blessed in so many ways that that would be the final message that we share with him in that. The message being about his celebration of that life of Jesus that makes all the difference. And so we share and remember with him, even now, this experience of Jesus Christ Superstar here at Arnold.
Yes,
which was happening backstage and within the practices and backstage with the people who were doing all the efforts to make the pieces come together. But then when the audience came, it moved even more into the lives of people. Sometimes, though, it was in the musical pit area where the musicians are interacting with a director named Arnold Sherman. And they feel inspired and encouraged because he's recruited them for their talent, but they've experienced the beauty of being able to get to know him as a person as well. And so, in celebration of that and the influence that he had on each of them in their sharing of different experiences as part of the music ensemble Arnold might put together, we have tonight the premier trio, which is Movement 1. The flute trio. Actually, it's still afternoon, isn't it? I said tonight. You understood what I meant. reflection that I wanted to share with you, just an excerpt from what this young person was saying. I was around 7 years old when I first met Arnold, the director of music at Cali Methodist Church in Tyler, Texas. He led us in children's choir, and on top of teaching us how to gently bang on dwarf instruments or learn the fundamentals of solfeggi. I think I actually got it. See, if you don't know these terms, it's probably too late for you. Arnold began teaching us the fundamentals of life. As kids, we adored Arnold. He corralled scores of wiggly little Methodists into sitting still and making music together. We learned harmonies, how to blend chorally, how to take a piece of music and rather than just singing it note for note, how to put your soul into singing it. He made it so fun that we couldn't wait to be dropped off at choir practice on Sunday afternoons. Year in and year out, Arnold taught us music, but he also taught us to be thoughtful humans. As a Christian church musician, he led by example, teaching us the values of treating others with respect, serving others, and helping those in need. He taught us collaboration. He cracked corny jokes and told great stories. During rehearsals, he was sometimes a perfectionist, and we rolled our little eyes at him, but he was teaching us that quality work means hard work. And when handbells entered the scene, it was a game changer. Soon, Pollard had multiple handbell groups with Arnold at the helm, directing the music, mentoring other directors, and building a world-class handbell program. We're celebrating that gift as well. And so as we listen to some pieces and share some pieces of his works, I note for you that these are items that we're sharing today were parts of Arnold's specific work that he did here at Pollard, where he shared and put himself into the arranging, composing of different pieces, each with its own special story. This first one that you're hearing is one that he dedicated to some of those very youth that he had the chance to share a ministry with, to watch them bloom and become, and he celebrated these 4 young ladies with this piece. was a hymn written by Robert Lowry in 1860. Arnold was able to take this hymn, and as part of an effort that he did for Bronze Works in 2007, he put together a message of music that came through his handbell expertise yet again, and arranging it in a way that he actually uses what is called a singing bell technique in the process. Hear the last verse of that hymn and you'll understand why this may have been one that he was attracted to. The last verse of that hymn says, "The peace of Christ makes fresh my heart, a fountain ever springing. All things are mine since I am his. How can I keep from singing?" One of the things that kept Arnold going in this process was the motivation that he would find in a life experience. There was a young girl named Cali. She was pretty little when she was part of our church, and she was one of those who just couldn't settle down and be still. And Arnold would visit the children's Sunday school classes, and he met Cali when she was 3 years old. And what he discovered was that when Arnold would sing "Jesus Loves Me," that she would calm down and sit in his lap and listen. Arnold was well aware of who Cali was and that she had an illness and a terrible condition in her life. One Sunday he played a special arrangement of "Jesus Loves Me" on the piano, and then later when Cali passed away, Arnold played that same arrangement at her funeral. Several years later, he was running a handbell workshop somewhere, and he dedicated a handbell arrangement of this song in memory of Cali. He shared her story to those who were there because their desire was to know more about the experience itself, to understand the music more deeply, and so he shared that story with them. Arnold had such a heart for the gift that he had, but also for every child and youth that he encountered. He never abandoned the relationship that meant so much. Jesus loves me. has been used by a number of different groups out there, but then the call would come for him to do a commission piece for a special event or a special occasion. The next song that you're hearing will be one in which he was commissioned by the Carillion Handbell Choir to do a piece for a person that he probably knew well, Bundle Metis, in honor of 10 years of music ministry, a colleague in ministry at First United Methodist Church in Ponca City, Oklahoma. An example of some of the commissioned work that Arnold did as well.
when it came to the commission pieces, Arnold went, okay, here you go. And he raised it up a notch. Thank you to our celebration ringers for helping walk with us through this story. Another commission piece that Arnold did was Grazioso in the memory of Norma Talbert Brown by her many friends and colleagues. theater ministries and all the other activities, and then writing music like you just heard on the side. Sometimes, though, he can just be inspired by the relationships that he loved and lived with, and here's a piece that he took when the Saints go marching in as a dedication for Jim Cochran and Bob Leeper. true thankfulness now is for this music. It's going to be played in varieties of places and locations, from cathedrals to tiny churches across our country and around our world. Arnold Sherman has made an impact, a difference, and a legacy. And we come now to the place that we want to say again to our God. Thank you for the music, for Arnold and the music that he brings to our lives. Tony Hutto Dole. Gotta redeem myself. Will lead us with the verses, and they'll be on the screen for you, but then the chorus will be as well. And I invite you to sing along with the chorus.
I'm nothing special. In fact, I'm a little bored. If I tell a joke, you've probably heard it before.
thank you for hanging with us and being a part of this experience, this joy, this opportunity to celebrate Arnold and his music and the God who gives it all. May you go in God's grace and peace, and may the gift you are to your world make a difference as well. Amen.
Hey, we did it.
Dude, we did that thing. There were kinks. Things happened.
Yeah.
But we got it.
They-
Oh, on my end, they definitely did. They definitely did on my end. So. Thank you so much. Yeah, 1 second. I mean,